Okay, so a lot of YouTubers have been talking about this subject in particular, and that is this senseless war that is going on between people that have blue bubbles and people that have green bubbles. In this video, I'm going to try to give you an explanation regarding what this is all about, and at the end, I'm probably gonna add something that at least at the making of this video, I have all the people that have talked about this subject have never actually touched. So let's get to it. Okay, let's begin by explaining what this means, this war between the blue bubbles and the green bubbles. Before iMessage came to be, everybody texted through either the SMS system or the MMS system, depending on what you were doing. You had a green bubble. Even if you used iOS, you had a green bubble. Uh, After a certain period of time, Apple wanted features that were just simply not available through conventional text messaging service, and the companies that had some sort of messaging service uh, were not up to par with what they wanted to do. So they added the iMessage system a few years back. Actually, it was 2014, 2015, something like that. Anyways, the point is that in order to differentiate those iMessage users and SMS users, then Apple decided to give every iMessage user a blue bubble while keeping the regular text with a green bubble. Why a blue bubble? Why iMessage? We know why they use the I almost on everything. It originally used to be because it was an internet connector. And they use blue because Safari at a certain point was an entire blue logo. So that's why they add the blue, because blue is internet for them for some reason. Anyways, uh, it's semantics. It doesn't matter. The opinion that I want to give, and I'm going to get it out of the way, socially, getting into the social subject, there's no problem with people having fun and making fun of people with green bubbles and blue bubbles, but don't take it a step too far. My opinion is if the person with the green bubble tells you, okay, that's enough, it's not funny anymore, just leave it there. If the person persists and you are the one with a green bubble, you don't need people that toxic in your life. Just cut them and pass the page, move on. You don't need people like that in your life. Anyways, why do I think that? What is the subject that I think that nobody has touched, and I think it's pretty important? Well, I'm going to talk about this for a few minutes. This is an Apple Airport Extreme or Airport Time Capsule, depending on the one that you own. The design was the exact same. Why am I talking about this? We'll get to it. When Apple decided to go into the router business, it was because they saw that all the router companies, Netgear, Linksys, etc., were not providing innovation anymore. Were not improving their systems. And Apple knew that Wi-Fi was going to be the future, and they wanted it improved. They wanted to keep improving the service, faster speeds, etc. Since none of the companies, or they were very slow in implementing anything new, Apple got into the router business up until this was their last models, the Airport Extreme and the Airport Time Capsule, which had Wi-Fi 802.11 AC, which is now known as Wi-Fi 5. Now there's Wi-Fi 6. There's a new technology even being implemented, which is Wi-Fi 6E, I believe it is. Anyways, since they saw that nobody was improving, then they took it upon themselves to start moving the technology forward, which they knew was going to be the future. So why am I talking about this? They saw the same problem with the messaging system. They saw that SMS and MMS was not good enough for what they wanted, and they knew they could make possible with their devices. So they went ahead and developed their own iMessage system. There are companies that either just before or later on designed their own systems. There's WhatsApp. Google had a bunch of tries and misses. I'm gonna try to pull them all here if they actually fit, because there were a lot. So anyways, they tried their systems. Obviously, Apple doesn't want to go in with having people use the Facebook Messenger because of Facebook privacy issues, etc. So they decided, you know what, we're going to develop our own system. We're going to do this, and this is what we're going to do. The problem with doing that is they've kept improving it through the years, and it is now my opinion that it's too big to fail. Now there's nothing that will get close to giving you the features that iMessage provides. And aside from that, the ease that is just in your phone. You don't have to add anything else. You don't have to install a new app, which is especially something that for older people, getting them to switch to WhatsApp and now you use this. You don't use the little messaging app. Now you use this one. It's really hard to do. So this is something that I believe that is one of the reasons why iMessage is going to stay in front. Also, those YouTubers researched, and they found out that a lot more than half of people, of teenagers or young people in the U.S. actually prefer using iMessage to any other messaging service. So that's something also to keep in mind. Anyways, the last thing I'm going to say about this is that there is a new technology called RCS that is being implemented. It doesn't have everything that iMessage features, but it does move the step forward and leaves SMS and MMS way behind. So hopefully that'll be something that they will keep improving on. So eventually it will be as good or surpass iMessage. So because this is costing Apple money, they have to have servers for iMessage. This is not something that just happens from the internet. No, they gotta have iMessage servers on Apple so they can provide you with this service. So this costs them money. Also, talking about costing them money, I don't think that Apple anytime soon will give Android users an iMessage app because of that reason. I mean, at the end of the day, we're talking about a company whose purpose is to make money, and they will not give users of another phone the ability to use the same messaging system that users on their phone use when they could just buy an iPhone. I say just. I know iPhones are expensive, but you get the idea that they would rather have people just pay for an iPhone, buy an iPhone. There's my profit right there from you buying the iPhone instead of me making a free iMessage app for Android, which I don't gain anything by, and I gotta give server support too. So anyways, if you guys have something different to add, go ahead and leave it in the comments down below. While you're down there, hit that like button. Also, subscribe, help us grow. Hit that bell so you can get notified when we have new videos. As I said many times before, remember, if you have a Google account, you have a YouTube account. So go ahead, sign in to YouTube, subscribe to us, help us grow. It will really help out. And also that like button is very important. Remember, I'm available on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and obviously YouTube at JR Abrams Tech. Also, every now and then, every chance I get, I try to do Twitch streaming, gaming, specifically Call of Duty Warzone. So search for us, JR Abrams Tech, as JR Abrams Tech, so you can go ahead and follow us there, and we can keep talking about tech like I always like. So also, as always, stay up to date to the latest news and rumors regarding tech. Until next time.